Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marianne and you're watching Marianne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I will be reading for all the signs, the April readings, and I'll be doing one a day. I think I've told every sign so far, my featured sign I like to call you. If you're new, welcome to my channel. It's beautiful to have you joining and hopefully resonating and feeling a nice connection, a real synchronicity and like-minded kind of energy about life and spirituality and mystical aspects of life that are happening at every moment, whether we can see them or not. And so I'm a long time, over 30-year tarot intuitive reader, and I do absolutely love the compatibility aspects of astrology and compatibility of each sign that I like to talk about in my love connection readings, love of all different types. And so I got back from a surgery after about 6 weeks. It went incredible. I am going to take it a little slow though, because I feel like that's the best way to do readings, where you feel completely at peace and you don't feel a pressure to perform, if you will, or, put out a bunch of, information that might be forced. And so that's just what I did 2 years ago when I first started. I really liked it. I might just keep doing it. So when you've watched all the other beautiful readers out there, you'll still have some more information. And anytime you watch readings anyway is perfectly fine. They should be mostly all timeless, along with a certain amount of time. But I will tell you that this month in April is an incredible month. And it does start with the 2 new moon aspects, because we have the first new moon in Aries, and we're in Aries season on April 1st. And the second new moon will be a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus on the 30th. So we have the bookends, and it's very unusual, but it's beautiful. And new moons means new. It means starting fresh. It means new ideas. It means new beginnings. It means ending of things so you can start. And with that Aries energy, which is the fire element, right? It's so conducive for bringing back that strength and that energy, which is exactly what I'm needing and have. And I do have an Aries moon, so it's been so fantastic and really miraculous how things have been transpiring. And I know it has to do because of this year and all these amazing, wonderful energies that are working for the whole world globally. Okay, so that's a beautiful realization as well. We do have a full moon in Libra happening, the exact polar opposite sign of Aries, on the 16th, and that's about illumination. Definitely Venus ruled Libra being about love, being about love of self, others, any kind of love, and about beauty and feeling good and maybe changing your image. Maybe it's time, a haircut, a different type, style of clothing, whatever. It might appeal to you more than normal during that time. And then also this incredible once in many lifetime conjunction of the Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces, which is happening exact on the 12th of April. So it's not that far, and I'm already feeling the feeling, but it's about putting out those dreams and those creative inspirations and ideas, and then seeing them and fully immersing yourself in that energy to make them occur. The world is yours. The sky is the limit. There are no limits. And that's what's the best thing about, a Pisces, is they're a mutable sign. There's no boundaries. They are so connected to the other side, the veil, the other side of the veil, the spiritual aspect of themselves. So we all can learn so much and feel so much, and it's definitely a centered heart chakra kind of feeling. So hopefully you're feeling that in some regard. My featured sign for today is the sign of Leo, which is also a fellow fire sign, ruled by the sun, the brightest star in the galaxy, right? The incredibly courageous and, shining strength of a Leo is never mistaken, and their confidence, their want to be seen, they are actors, and they are, incredibly creative, and they are extremely passionate, as most fire signs are. If you have fire in your chart, you know what I'm speaking about. It does bring that out of you, I think, even more. And there's that heart aspect again. So I think it's going to be extremely important for you this month, Leo, to let yourself roar like you like to do so well, and you will be noticed, and it'll be a beautiful experience, And I know a lot of us have had to kind of hold back, for lack of any other way to describe it, in the last couple of years. But what I really love, as I'm sitting here before I came in, is honestly recognizing that, no, we have things to do still. There'll be challenges to meet. What is life without challenge? I mean, it actually, a lot of times, is our impetus to do things and motivate us forward. It's just what it is, right? It is the reality of life. However, the worst it seems, I shouldn't say that, but I will say that the difficulties we've all gone through are becoming more of a memory in the rear view mirror, which is such an amazing feeling to me. Not forgotten, never forgotten, but definitely that feeling is becoming lesser and lesser as we project and propel ourselves forward to what we want, to what we believe we can accomplish and create as manifestors. So it's a beautiful time. It is for everybody. And it will start this eclipse season, as I mentioned, the new moon eclipse happening on the 30th in Taurus, but that's about grounding, and it's about, changes that you want. Some not necessarily, some will come out of the blue. I think most of the changes are ones we're creating in every moment and have been for the last 2 years. So this is a long-term kind of a feeling, and it has to do with your practicality, your physical realm, your sensibilities, your senses, when it has to do with Taurus. Definitely money, also ruled by Venus. So money and love and partnerships and connection, something that's so vital and important for human beings or spirits in a human body. So I'm going to pick for you, beautiful Leo, your spiritually guided love connection, regardless of what type of love that spirit really wants you to know about, that will be a predominant energy person, sign that will affect your life, if not already happening or maybe coming in. So for you, beautiful, fiery, talented, extremely generous Sagittarius. Well, what do you know? So we've got the season of Aries, the new moon in Aries, that will last, the effects will last for weeks. And then we have yet another second new moon for beginnings. And then you have your other fellow sign, fire sign, optimistic, Jupiter ruled, incredibly, focused sign of Sagittarius, who believes in higher learning, educating, philosophical things, truth seeking. A lot of that comes to the surface, certainly with full moons. It brings things to the light, and a lot of truth is coming forth in our lives, if you haven't noticed. And some of it it's hard to kind of take in and accept in some ways. And then as we give it a chance to marinate or what have you, it becomes more understandable. It becomes like we are becoming more able to accept, to be more flexible, to open our hearts and our minds is really what's coming through. So I love it a lot. Now, it could have to do with somebody you know right now who's a Sagittarius. You yourself may have Sagittarius in your chart as well. You may be very connected with somebody in some regard, family, work, love, with a friend with a Sagittarius right now, or somebody could be coming in. Okay, but you can expect fun and a lot of adventure if that's the case, because any Sagittarius I've ever been associated with, and there have been a lot, is exactly, that's the key element. Adventure, truth-seeking, very straightforward, authentic, almost blunt. love, caring, fiery, ambitious, spirited persons. And that's who you want to be around. That's who you hang out with. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you have a lot of Sagittarius associates in your life, Leo. So that's interesting. We'll see if the reading kind of blends and kind of also synchronizes with that Sagittarius fiery energy as well as your own. So what I'll do for this month, as I'm changing it up a bit and easing into my readings again, is I'm going to do four cards for each week of the month. The first being the overall energy bringing you into this reading. And then I'll finish, if you want to hang out, with a beautiful oracle divination, which is the psychic tarot of the heart. Has to be heart, has to enter into heart, because this Jupiter and energy, and then your energy, and then all the energies and all the things that we've always wanted to say and do and everything are just going to come to this incredible climax, and it's so important, you know, mending relationships, you know, releasing relationships, adding relationships. It's a beautiful time for that. So let's see what it has to say for you, beautiful Leo. The first overall energy of the month, and you have, there you go. The Knight of Wands, that's you. That's Sagittarius, and that is Aries. So yeah, you are definitely feeling in your energy right now. And it's positive, and mind you, we have Jupiter, the benevolent planet that comes in our sign every 12 years, and it's something that we wait for, and then when it comes, we have this incredible amount of special favor, if you will, luck, opportunities, expansion of things, being careful of what that is, but knowing that when you put your mind and you put your energy, as you do as a fire sign, you can create things you've never created that will change your entire, you know, trajectory, your whole life. And I think it's exciting, and of course, coupled with the eclipse season coming, I mean, there's no stopping you. Okay, and here you've got this energy with the Knight, and the Knight is a messenger. So this is something coming in that's going to be brilliant and exciting. And I do think it has to do with your livelihood and your ability to be seen and receive and start things going. Start things going, you know. Yeah, and I would say quickly. The energy is always quick with the wands, you know, that fiery thing. Like, I will say on a more lower energy, the aspect of fire signs can be a little impulsive, maybe, you know, a little bit temperamental or tempered. But the thing is it's so quickly forgotten and done with. You know, they have to just let it out, do the roar, whatever, and then it's fine, you know, at least with them. So just be knowing that if that's coming up and you're really feeling extremely energetic, and it can almost get to a point where you're feeling like a loss of your ability to kind of maintain your urge, as they say, just know that. Take a deep breath and stuff so you don't end up doing or saying something that you might wish that you had not, okay? I think we learn as we go along. It's way better to do that, but I've done it. I've said and done things. They come out. Just a little word to the wise, you know, which is all, you know, any kind of tarot or anything is about guidance and messages and symbols and signs. And then you get to do what you want with them. You get to be the one in charge as far as that goes, your reactions, your perceptions. And mind you, I do always like to remind everybody to watch your sun, moon, and rising, because there's all sorts of beautiful, even the Venus placement, all sorts of information about yourself and things. And then if they repeat, then you know that's absolutely something you need to pay attention to. A message is very clearly coming through for you. Second week of the month. Wow, you have some peoples in your life, and you've got, and I love this because it goes back to the Piscean energy or Cancer, Scorpio, and that happens to be the second eclipse because they always run in pairs. The first being the first of the, you know, the second new moon on the 30th, which is in Taurus, and then on the 16th of May will be the full moon eclipse in Scorpio. Ooh, that's about truth. Ooh, that's about passion and sensuality and sexuality. 8th house, other people's money, inheritance, ways to, you know, receive money other than just from yourself, partners and so forth. You have the Knight of Cups. So you've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And what's interesting, well, certainly it is, like I said, the cups of the heart. They're the feelings and the emotions. And I mean, any water sign tends to be very raw in regards to that. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. They cannot help it. This is how they operate. You've got the Knight, of Wands going this direction, and the Knight of Cups going the other direction. So what that tells me is when it comes to work and your inspiration towards what you want to do and achieve and how you want to be seen and, you know, make money and that sort of thing, your status is going to be separate from how you feel and the love that you are creating and bringing in and sharing, okay? And you have that ability, which not everybody does. Let's just say you know someone that you've met at the office. There was a statistic done that many, many people do meet at work because at one point that's like a second home. So I don't think that'll happen. This is going to be something, if it isn't already happening, you have a beautiful ability to detach that. And I think it's wise a lot of times. I just feel like, you're going to be cautious in some ways, but there's messages about opportunities. It's not always love. Opening your heart, recognizing what's coming through. It definitely could have to do with relationships. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces involved. You may have water in your chart. There's an offer. There's definitely an offer. Maybe you're interested in meeting somebody and you're putting that out there and you're making an effort and you're going on little, websites or whatever, or in person, with friends and people. You're getting out, you're mingling more, you're being more open to the idea. And in doing so, you will get a response. I mean, cause and effect. So, but yes, it'll be separate than your ambitious side that's happening right now, and this new, very important project. Something that's very important to you. You feel very inspired by it. You feel like it's going to happen, and you're going to get information about that. Maybe some type of a loan or something can come through, like I said, but that 8th house reference and information or energy coming through. So that's interesting. That's because these are some messages that you're going to be hearing. Please let me know. I always like to have people, comment. And if you do like this reading, please do a thumbs up and like and subscribe, because all of it's free and it's so incredibly supportive and loving, and it helps me to grow my channel. And I know a lot of people are like, you know what, let's talk about it. I do it. I like this person a lot and everything, and they say, oh, cool. And then I think, wait a minute, I didn't even like it, but I want to do that because it takes a second. So anytime you do that, just know how appreciative I feel and how thankful I am that you do that. So yeah, that's all. 3rd week. Okay, there you go. Well, now this is amazing, because that's exactly the energy that's been coming around for so many people. Not that everybody so far has gotten this card, but it is the Death card, and that absolutely is Scorpio. So between this new partial solar eclipse in Taurus and the full moon eclipse, you're going to have some very, very important changes and endings that are going to lead you to a much better place. And don't be frightened by the death, because death is in every aspect of life. The seasons change and they begin and then they end, and that's a form of death. And your body changes and you have something happen and you get sick and then you heal again. And yes, people actually do pass on, and it is their time, and it's just for every season there's a reason, but you've got this incredible new attitude, new outlook, new drive, whatever it is. It's a beautiful thing. It's positive, okay? Starting with that Knight of Wands, which is all about energy, action, and optimism, heart-centered type of beautiful, passionate drive, and there you go. So that's going to be around this. Well, it'd be kind of between the 2nd and 3rd as far as the conjunction I mentioned with Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces, which hasn't happened for 156 years with both the Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. This is a once in a lifetime, like I said, and you were all a part of that. And there's reasons for everything that happens, and it's been studied for thousands and thousands of years, and they connect the dots like they do in a court case. They bring out all these different other court cases that were similar to a new one that comes along, and they add that as part of the testimony, or the argument at the end. And that's what it's about with astrology, just continually noticing patterns and cycles and things. And no, not the same exact thing will happen when the conjunctions are same, the same X amount, 156 years later, whatever, 1856, however long ago that was. Don't take my math, too seriously. You get my point, though. It just means that there's going to be different things, of course. I would be very surprised to have the exact same thing happen, but it could have the same connotations to it. So it's just things to be aware of, things to note if you choose to do so. And then the final week, which is that beautiful, like I said, solar eclipse in Taurus, which is going to be I think it's going to be extremely positive. Now, it does have the effect of Uranus there too. I'm remembering now that I've read it. And that's about changes and unexpected surprises. Now, I like them a lot of times, and sometimes they come out of the blue and we don't know. But a lot of times, like I said, we're actually the ones who've created those. They may not be as big a surprise, maybe just better than you thought. And always ask for better. That's the one key thing when you're talking to Spirit. I would like you to bring me this, that, and the other, and more. You know, because that's what Spirit wants to hear. They want to know that you love and care about yourself and others in the process, because everybody benefits. It's a win-win situation. And the final week is, okay, has this come up in this predicament before, or this placement? I said predicament. It's the Eight of Swords, but I like it. I like it a lot, because if there's something coming up at the last week, and you're feeling confined in any way, which is what the Eight of Swords, which is the air element, which is the mind and our thoughts and the way we perceive things, of course, and how we speak and conversations. And if you're confused and you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm feeling a little tense right now. I don't feel as, I don't know, certain, I should say, but remember, the Neptune energy is always going to make things cloudy. It's always going to make you second guess. You have to really be still and listen to your intuition, because it will never lead you astray. I did want to bring that up as well. The Jupiter influence is amazing, and so is Neptune, but there can be obscurities and there can be confusion, and that might get to you, and you might think, whoa, I don't know, I didn't think of that, and then you get into your head. But no, only you are confining yourself when it comes to your thoughts. You have complete control. So if you start to feel that, this is reminding you to let that go as quickly as possible, because our thoughts will become things whether we want them to or not. We don't want to focus on the things that we're bothered about or really upset for too long a period of time. We're human. We're going to be thinking things like that. But this person can clearly get out of the swords that are surrounding her. There is no real confinement. The I can't really see, let me double check, because this is a different than the Rider Waite Smith. But yeah, the blindfold, actually you can see your eyes. So there's, in our mind, you know, we can create thoughts and we can take them away, just like the clouds. Remind yourself to do that at any point in this month that you're thinking, whoa, that's going to be, I don't think I can get through that. I don't know what I'm going to do, this and that and the other. You absolutely can, you will, and you absolutely will come out ahead. This change is inevitable, but it's going to be a great one. Don't you be concerned, okay? You use your passionate, incredible talents and courage and strength that you like to show, and people recognize and admire you for, Leo. And everything is going to be good. Everything always is good. And I mean, even if it's not the way we want it to be, it truly is, as long as we're sitting here or waking up in the morning and breathing and moving, and it's good, okay? It truly is. I'm going to add your beautiful oracle message now, because I'm concerned and interested. And I love these. They represent all the different chakras, depending on which one you pick, and every single element, including the major arcana. And, you know, the oracles are there to definitely guide us. They're phenomenal messages of love, you know, and caring and wisdom. So for you, beautiful, beautiful Leo. Dreams coming true. Okay, there goes the goosebumps. It seems so inevitable that things are absolutely moving in your direction, and the change is a necessary one that you've wanted anyway. You just like, it's like taking off a layer, you know, taking off a zoot suit and just like, whoo, and being free and not having these concerns anymore. They're done. You know, you've allowed that to escape your energy field, which is what we always want to do, because they will come in, you know, they're going to come in and test us. And this is so gorgeous. Dreams coming true. Look at the beautiful illustration. What are you dreaming of, Leo? Because I know you have huge aspirations and amazing creative abilities. So, you know, the world, ask and you shall receive. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. And it's number 9, it's completion. You know, that's the death is 13. Interesting. So that's a 4, but that's also stability and you know, feeling that sense of like the root chakra of stability and security that's very necessary because of changes that you need to make. So the green, I'm forgetting, I'll look it up really quickly for you though, because I want to read to you what it says as well. The green, I believe, is, I want to say it is the, is it the, excuse me, the orange is the wands. I'm over here, excuse me. So green is cups. So there we go again. It is the emotion. It is something in someone in your heart center that is huge. You know, you got to have heart. You have to have the passion in anything you do, Leo. It's coming through really strong. You know, everything is beautiful in life. You know, we've got our ideas and our spirit, and we've got the practical side with the earth and the ground and where we sit and live and work and stuff. But the love, the heart, it's an essential ingredient. Without it, nothing else really, really works to its highest, you know, good. So for you, 9 goes to the very back. And we have, it's so funny because I haven't worked as a massage therapist, but I'm going back and I said, but I have nails, which I haven't, I mean, for 20 years, I always file them way back because you don't want to scrape anybody or hurt them. And it feels interesting having them. Anyway, they'll be gone, I think in like 2 days. The key words are contentment, receive, gratitude, and indulgence. And that's the creative part too. Indulge yourself in your dreams, in your imagination, you know, and otherwise, because you know what? I know a lot of Leos and they don't go for second best. They want the most, the best. They are extravagant, extremely generous. You know, you want to go to a party that a Leo's holding, trust me on that. And they just are huge-hearted. This is a card of contentment and wishes being fulfilled. Wow, dreams coming true, wishes being fulfilled. It suggests that you're now entering a time of peace, joy, and satisfaction. Be clear about what you want your relationships to look like, because opening to receiving all that the universe is sending. Oh, because your wishes may be granted soon. Remember to be open to receiving all the universe is sending your way, and express gratitude when your dreams come true. Then sit back and enjoy. And I know you know how to do that, Leo. And I know that you certainly deserve it, like every single one of us. And that's what this year is bringing. It's a 6 year. It's about a Venus. 6 represents Venus. There's a lot of Venus this month. There'll be a lot throughout the year. You know, it's the balance. It's making things, taking the deep breaths of the exhales. And that's not to say, as I said, that it's all going to be hunky-dory and there won't be anything to concern yourself with. That's not real reality, and that's not realistic. And it wouldn't be a great life if that were the case. Honestly, it wouldn't. But you know this. So I'm going to finish with your rune. Now the rune I do not have memorized, so I asked for this beautiful gift. And they are the flashcards to help me as I do them continuously to eventually be able to have it memorized. I don't know how long that'll be, but I love them in the between time. And I love the runes because they're an incredible oracle divination that I've been using for a lot of years. And yours is, ooh, I just saw this the other day. What the heck? Is it Fehu? It looks like an F. Don't quote me, but I want to know if my memory is serving me properly, because that's what I'm doing with the flashcards. Remember back in the days of school with flashcards? It can help. Now, if that's the case, let's just see if I'm right. It's okay if I'm not. I never mind not being right. It's perfectly okay. And I learn from it, so forgive me wherever it is. It's not right here. We'll get to it though. Yes, we will. We most certainly will. Is that it? No. Oh, it might be. It might be. I'm sorry. It looks a little different than what I'm seeing. Nope. I had pulled it from before, apparently. I was right. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I'm excited because I honestly want to memorize these. And, you know, it's just a matter of doing it enough to where it happens. Fehud. And it's interesting because these are the Greek alphabet letters. And they are not, and I hope I'm right about that. I've said that before and I didn't check again. So after this recording, I will. But they're different looking, and you would think some of them would be like an English alphabet, but that's not the case. This, however, does look to me like an F. And it looks just like your moon. So beautiful, beautiful Leos. It's number 1, of course. And it is Fehu is how it's pronounced. And the theme is cattle or property. So keywords are wealth, currency, liquid assets, fertility. If you're interested in that. Prosperity and abundance. Yes. Magical working, drawing money, wealth, financial insight and wisdom, projecting energy. What you put out does come back. Abundance workings. Believe it, see it, and achieve it. Key phrases: examine the purpose and nature of wealth. Effort pays off. Good financial management. And that's absolutely part of this Taurus energy. You're going to be really benefiting from this, I can tell, and material wealth. I think that pretty much says it all. I love this reading. And remember, just anytime you're starting to have the doubts, just let them go, okay? And ask for another viewpoint, another way to recognize, or another perspective, okay? I love you. Thank you for taking the time to stop in today. I hope you'll come back for my May readings, and I would like to have those timely, but I can't really say. I'll just do the best I can, and just enjoy your April. There's going to be phenomenal energies for you. There really is. And so until next time, thank you so much. Bye for now.